Welcome back, cutters. Figured today we would go in, just pick apart a few ships. I'm gonna do a javelin first, then I'll do probably a gecko, nice big one. Just taking things apart. These are neat. They have these little hexagonal fuel cells. This is one of the refueling javelins. And assuming that's a, oh yep, that's a pod clamp for these pods. These are coolant tanks. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot of different configurations for these ships. Let's see what we're looking for. We're looking for 9 tons of ion ring, 6.5 tons of metal, 1 ECU, 1 power generator, 1 power cell, unusual, 3 airlocks, and a reactor. Alright, that's actually not too bad. Let's go ahead and start on the ion rings. We can pop those apart with some charges. Fixed a few of my equipment just before I started, so we're in pretty good shape. Something might get damaged this shift, we'll see. Depends on how much I use the things. Just gonna carefully position these. At this point, I don't have to worry too much about the explosives kicking the ship around. I guess I could cut that. No, you can't. It's a, so this is a cut point, but it's a level 2 cut point, and my laser can only cut level 1 material strength, I guess. So, can't cut that with my laser. Gotta use the charges. Gonna place these. That's the top part done. We'll need another 5 or so for the bottom. So someone mentioned it the other day, and I was informed that the all of the music that was developed for this game and is included in the game was developed in-house and is all safe for streaming. They do not plan to do any copyright strikes against anyone. That's nice. People are getting a little bit litigious over their music, and I understand that, but it makes streaming a little bit scary. You never know. Because a lot of games don't make it clear if their music is stream safe. Go ahead and pop those. Nicely done. And we'll go ahead and take off the rear ion ring. I don't see rear ion rings very often. They're usually right up front. Just my experience. Go ahead and take our time with these. Disarming them is not a certain thing, so I want to make sure I place them correctly the first try. Or I could just miss. So that's a thing. There we go. Alright, that's the top of the ring. Go to the underside, and then we'll cut that apart. And I'll start salvaging our ion rings. I do like these new demo charges. They They don't have a lot of uses yet, but I'm guessing that they're going to put more stuff in to use them in the future. Oh, I missed one point right there. But I found a couple of nice uses for them. Like, they're very good for opening up the salvage bay on the salvage geckos. Just cracking it open. There we go. Start dragging all this down into the salvage bay. Nice and easy. First work order objective should be really, really fast. I may have to take a break for a second. My cat is whining, and I think he's hungry. I mean, we did feed him, but he thinks he's hungry. Well, I'm sure he is hungry.
Salvage secured. Account credit
He's a
applied.
picky eater. He's an old man, so we try to get him to eat whenever we can. Something
Salvage
fell off the
deposit
ion ring. What is that?
Credits
Oh,
transferred.
it's the rest of the cut point. I don't think you could actually do anything with that. It's an 800 kilogram cut point. Well, anyway. Let's just kick that out into orbit. Bye! Alright. So that got us most of the way to our work order. Let me just pull one more piece down. I'll probably salvage all of it, but working on the work orders first. So let's go ahead and start decompressing the rear of the ship. I want to work on the reactor. Either this shift or next shift to get it out. It looks like we have a long airlock here. So I'll go ahead and enter here. Airlock controls, very simple. If it's blue, it's pressurized. If it's red, it's not. And if it's yellow, then it is cycling.
Airlock pressure levels increasing.
There we go. We have just finished the ion ring. There's the ECU we need. Excellent. That is the reactor. It's quite cramped back here, actually. How do I decompress this area? This is kind of dangerous. There it is. Okay. We'll activate the pressure cycling and...
Air pressure level decreasing.
There we go. That's a little safer. So, it looks like our reactor system is very self-contained in this ship. I like that. I'm gonna cut this ring. So the reason I like that is sometimes you'll find the ECU way forward of the ship, like with a long coolant pipe running to the back, and it can be very hazardous while you're cutting around. You might accidentally cut that pipe or whatever else. Oh, and there's our power cell as well. This is convenient. Everything's right back here. And we got to be very careful when cutting in here. We do not want to cut anything that will go boom, obviously. I don't remember what was mounted on this, but we do need to take it off. So, just carefully maneuvering my way around. I'm not sure I'll be able to get into there until we pull some of this apart. So, let me see. Can I sneak by on the corner? No. Alright, what I'm gonna have to do is take the thruster out. I don't even know if that'll work. Well, these are separate now. So I think I will be able to pull that to the back of the bay.
Airlock pressure levels dropping.
I'll show you what I mean. Let's get out of this support section. Okay, so those are amplifiers and antenna, that's fine. Let's just tug this right to the back of the bay here. think this will all come apart. It may be a bit too heavy. Let's start removing some weight. Well, mass. There's no weight in a microgravity environment.
Got about 5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Weaver out.
You know, you're supposed to get in the bay. I guess I don't really care about these. That did remove some mass. Not enough? Let's see. Oh, I think it is moving.
Salvage secured.
Just very, very
Account
slowly.
credit applied.
No? Maybe? Hard to say. It definitely is moving. Okay, cool. We'll give it a couple more grapples back here. It's just a lot of mass to move. This is going to be tricky to salvage. Everything is tucked away in there really tightly. Wonder if I can sneak under the catwalk? No, that's... Well, I could get the power cell out. Let's see how disastrous this is. They usually arc a little bit. Go! Think. Done.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Alright, so how can I get in here? I mean, I guess I could crack the back open with a charge. That seems dangerous. Can I... Oh, wait. No, I got in there. Alright. Excellent. I needed to get in here so I could pull this purge handle. So this will override... This little override will purge the fuel from this pipe and disconnect the thruster. See how it's gone dark there? So now, this thruster is not connected and can be maneuvered out, giving me room to do some cutting. Ooh, that one is armored. Well, it could stay on there actually. That's fine. I don't actually need to cut everything apart. Let's get this in the salvage bay. Down there. You know, you really should get in the bay and the barge.
Salvage secured.
Yeah, these really long pieces just tend to bounce rather than go in. It's kind of annoying. There we go.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Alright, let's go back in through the thruster and I'll cut these amplifiers off. Probably I'll feed this whole back end in a single piece into the processor. Okay, they're up there. It's just really tight over here. If I mess up, I'm right next to the reactor. I think that one is completely disconnected now. Come on. Get out of there.
Your oxygen reserves are low.
Why aren't
Note
you coming
that
out?
excess carbon dioxide can cause
I think
damage
it's
to
stuck on
limbs
this
equipment.
cage. Oh, that's annoying. Well, whatever.
We're getting down to the wire. Let's put a bow on this shift.
No, I don't need to get oxygen. I have more oxygen remaining than time left in the shift. When the shift ends, you are automatically collected and moved back into the hab, so you don't have to worry about it too much. Alright, let's cut here. And crawl our way back through here. This will, well, it should free this up a
Oxygen
little bit.
reserves are critical. Affordable oxygen supplies are available for purchase at the master jack.
Yeah, that split it apart now. This back section is now 2 sections. Show you what I mean. There we go. Reactor is now exposed. We'll get it next shift. I'm just gonna let the time run out. We didn't do a whole lot of salvaging, but we did salvage 1.3 million worth. This destroyed structure, that was the titanium spars holding the ion ring. I could have cut higher on the spars, closer to the ring, but that would have risked damaging the ring. The ring is obviously much more valuable than a little bit of titanium, so I chose to destroy the titanium. We didn't break anything that shift. Good. Why am I looking up? There we go. Alright, let's see what we can do about this reactor now. Now I realized I did this a little out of order. I should have done the power shutdown first. So we're gonna have a little bit of a harder time than usual. That's okay. It shouldn't matter. Just taking the shielding off of the reactor first. And we'll chuck all that into the processor in a little while. I do this because it frees up the reactor plate on the other side. I could get rid of that. Usually. Huh, it's attached. Wait, no, it probably removed this one. Wow, they're both attached. That's different. Interesting. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and see what happens. I'm going to take the coolant out of the ECU, which will trigger an overload in the reactor. There it goes. And as I suspected, we have a little bit less time before it gets angry.
Reactor meltdown triggered. Action
But
urgently
I think we're
required.
okay because we cleared the way first. And it's going to arc a little bit, but I think we're fine. Reactor done. Alright.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
This reactor plate, it says to go to the barge, but it's not actually that valuable. So I don't usually worry about it too much. I'm going to toss this assembly into the processor. Actually, they may have changed the value. There was a big patch, so let me just cut it apart and see. Somebody remind me to look at the end of the shift. I'll probably forget. Whoa, alright, slow down, slow down. Thing has a lot of mass behind it.
Valuable object.
There we go.
Credits awarded.
Alright, let's start moving this whole back end up there so it can be processed. It'll just slowly make its way up, and I'm gonna go ahead and remove the, actually this one's probably already disconnected. I disconnected one of these, I thought. Maybe not. Huh. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. So they're not mount points. You have to demo charge them. Sometimes these have internal mount cut points. Sometimes apparently they don't. Guess we'll demo charge them. Doing all this on a moving piece of debris is probably not smart. Here we go. No one called me smart. That worked out fine. that might hit the
Salvage secured. Credits
coolant tank. I
deposited.
don't want that. Let's move it over a little bit. Those little pods, if I hit them, they will probably burst and cause problems. So let's get you on into the processor, my friend.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Nothing else in there that's interesting. Nope. Just some lights. Yeah, that can go all in. This cage on the outside, like support cage, can go in as well, but I want to take all the shielding. Throw that in there. That counts for salvaging metal, I believe. Not that we have any shortage of metal. Let's see if it counts. 51 kilograms. Yeah,
Object
57.
accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
They don't count for a lot. They do count. Interesting little assembly over here. Not sure how to get that apart. It's okay. Oh, this thing came apart. That's the mount point that I released earlier. We don't have a work order for salvaging nanocarbon, but I'll go ahead and grab that anyway. And there's the last bit of shielding, I think.
Valuable object processed. Credits
That's a
deposited.
piece of the ion ring we cut apart earlier. Tug this one over around the ship so I can send it down. Alright, let's free up this. Actually, this whole assembly can probably go in there too. Yeah, I'll just send this whole thing into the processor. No reason to cut it apart. In you go. I do need that though.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Nope, stop. I need the ECU, excuse me. I didn't realize that was still attached. I'll take you. Still attached. There we go. The whole thing going in the furnace. Of course. Because I dropped the tethers.
Valuable object processed. Credits
Come on.
awarded.
Get over here. I don't know if it's salvageable. Nope. I don't think we're getting it. That's alright. Not actually a big deal. Hey, the aluminum, the 3 kilograms of aluminum in there was happy. Yay. Oh, there was one more. Titanium
Salvage
panel. In
secured.
you go.
Credits deposited.
So I think some of the issues I was having the day before yesterday, whenever I streamed last, were due to the overlay feature in Streamlabs. It puts an overlay in your game that shows you the chat. I think it's a little buggy, because as soon as I turn it on in some games, it just doesn't work. Like the game stops working correctly.
Account credit applied.
I'm not going to use that anymore. Maybe I'll do some testing later. I don't really need these. Alright, what's next? Airlocks. I need airlock. Airlocks are pretty easy. I'm gonna have to cut this whole thing apart, but just hit the cut points one by one. like these new round cut points. I hope they use these more. They seem to cut really quickly. But anything that increases variety is nice in these games. Because eventually you've seen everything. Alright, let's cut these aluminum braces. Make sure that the airlock is not behind it when I cut, just in case. Quick double tap, should cut through everything. Did that work? No, nothing's still connecting.
5 minutes left in this shift. Knock out that work order before they turn the lights out on you.
What's left? Oh, just these cut points on the airlock. Alright, and then there will be a couple of cut points inside this shroud here. And missed that right there. Are we now? All right, we're now disconnected. And if you want to know how I can tell these two pieces are disconnected now, when I aim at this one, at the bottom, to the right of where it says furnace, there's a readout 76,000 kilograms, 76,800 kilograms. That's the mass of the entire connected body. If I look at this side, 4,700 kilograms. So, in that way, it lets me know that those two pieces are no longer attached. Which means I can then pull this back section towards the back of the bay and get these airlocks out. Because what I want is the airlocks.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Perfect. This can go to the processor, and then I'll go get some oxygen, because apparently breathing is important. I'm not sure I buy it. They just want to sell you more oxygen. A conspiracy from Big Gas.
Welcome to Ventatron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Alright, what's next? We need one more airlock, we need the power generator, and more metals. Well, this thing's made of metal. We're just going back to front because, from what I've seen, most people start at the front, so I'm different. I don't know. It seemed convenient. You were supposed to go into the salvage, sir. How did these come apart? Oh, there's little cut points in there.
Accepted.
Alright, let's get the front decompressed and then get the power generator out of there, as well as the last airlock.
Airlock
Then we don't care
pressure
about the rest of the
levels
ship.
dropping.
I mean, it's worth some money, but
Airlock pressure levels increasing. Valuable object levels dropping. Credits deposited.
decompress this outrigger compartment.
Air pressure.
Time is winding down, Cutter.
Bulkhead automatically closes when it decompresses, so I gotta cycle back through.
Airlock pressure levels increasing.
Alright, we'll cycle that back down to vacuum.
Airlock
And
pressure
decompress
levels
this
dropping.
area, which will close all the bulkheads.
Air pressure
Now,
level decreasing.
we're going to explosively decompress the walkway.
Air pressure level
Whoa, let's
decreasing.
hold on to the ladder. Hey, look, a light came loose in the rushing air. Alright, now we're going to do the same thing over here. Decompressing quite
Air
rapidly.
pressure level decreasing.
Looks like no debris coming out this time. That's nice. This airlock is confused, so I'll cycle it just to get the other side open. Or I'll do that next shift. So, 4.5 million that shift. Oh, yeah, I wanted to look at the... Okay, so yeah. The reactor plate is worth $900. Meh. When the two amplifiers were worth 75 grand. Who cares about the reactor plates, honestly? Right, so check equipment. Generally I wait till they hit under 75%, but I'll go ahead and fix these two. I need to buy some more repair kits when we get in the shift. I wish they would let you buy them between shifts. It's a little strange. Alright, let's get that power generator out of there. What's the... Alright, so it's right there. It's on the front. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna pop the front of the ship right off. Let's just quickly salvage it. And then we'll get the airlock we need. And the rest of this can be processed in the processor. Alright, nice neat cut. And there she is. Now it took some damage because I did not go through and get out of the way. Do the fuse minigame, which you were supposed to do. But currently, things don't give you less money when they're damaged, so I don't care. At some point, they may introduce that as a penalty for damaging the equipment. But right now, it still counts, and...
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Oh, I got an energy conscious sticker. Yay. Alright, so this is going to be annoying to get out. I'm going to crack this ring open with a demo charge. Hopefully this is far enough away that it doesn't damage the airlock. We're being expeditious. And a little bit dangerous. Pop!
Salvage destroyed. Please revisit your...
That's okay. We destroyed the nanocarbon, not the airlock. Alright, now we'll do cuts here and here. See if that works out for us. That. Yeah. No, didn't loosen it up yet. We'll do a cut on the edge of the panel as well. Pop. Still didn't loosen the bit up that I want, but it did bring that out, so that's good. Oh, because this is still welded on, right? I need to be needed to cut a little bit closer to the airlock to cut these, but it's fine. If I got the distance right, I probably could have pulled that off. There we go. That will complete the work order. Then I'll just have some fun with the ship. So, let's see.
Salvage deposit
I haven't really
accepted.
messed with these pods
Item
much.
transferred.
Let me get one of these
Work
loose.
order has been completed.
We've got 11 minutes left in the shift. Did that loosen that up? Yeah. What happens if I kick one of these into, I don't know, the jack here? Alright. Alright, I think we're back. Sorry about that. Not sure exactly what happened. But,
Salvage is destroyed. Please refrain from
heh,
damaging salvage.
that's funny. Just the charge hitting it was enough. Oh, I broke the jack. Nice. Anyway, just the charge hitting that pod was enough to break it. That was very interesting. That one did not break. I guess because it was already weakened. Pop. Just having a little fun with this one, and then I'm going to head in and grab another ship.
Salvage is destroyed.
Look, an easy way to disassemble them.
Valuable.
There we go. Let's just yank that whole thing into the processor. Yeah, that worked out really well. Now, unfortunately, I think this ship is a little too big to put the entire thing into the processor, so we're gonna have to cut it up.
Processing
If
valuable
I
object. Credit
throw charges on here, though, this should cut it quite nicely. I'm really just curious if this will work, then I'll grab another ship and another order. Hey, that did cut it in half. Nice. Now, is that light enough to move with a grapple? Or with a tether, rather. I don't think so. It's still 27 tons. You know, it said this is a refueling javelin. I don't see any fuel tanks. All I see are these coolant tanks.
Please revisit your
Well, that's ridiculously fun. Makes a horrible sound, but it's a lot of fun. That was a little strange. That one stopped in midair. Can I bump it? Just stopped right in front of me. Boink. Can I grapple it? Oh my god. What happens if I throw the demo charge? Nothing. Okay.
Salvage destroyed. Please refrain from damaging
That
salvage.
certainly moved it. Get in the processor. I think it's still too heavy. That's 32 tons. Alright, let's stop messing around. I'll go grab another order. We'll leave this mess for someone else to clean up. As we do. And yes, I could sit there and salvage every component. And if that's something someone would like to see, I will do it. But it takes a long time. We're talking, I mean, you could spend 2 hours on a ship if you did that. Don't. Energy conscious. Nice. Salvage 10 power generators. I forgot to buy some repair things. That's alright. Let's grab a very hard gecko, maybe? Yeah, let's try a very hard cargo gecko. Says it's hard. I don't know. Might be. Alright, let's see our order. 1 reactor, 1 generator, 1 ECU, 2 furniture, 84 tons of nanocarbon, 17 tons of metal, 600 kilograms of fuel, 3 heat sinks, 7 computer terminals, 1 industrial hoist, 5 atmosphere regulators, and 1.2 tons of rail guide. Alright. That's a lot. Alright, I'm going to start as usual, going back here and decompressing the ship. We'll probably also hit the engineering console and purge the fuel. So these geckos, and some of the larger mackerels, which are the smaller version of these, have an engineering console. And if you have a utility key, you can use that console to purge the fuel lines. And that's it right there. Please say I have a key. I do. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and cycle this down to vacuum. And then we'll pressurize. I have my helmet light on, it's just not helping because it's so foggy, musty, smoky? I don't know. It looks like these rooms were not pressurized. That's interesting. Is this room? This room is pressurized. Alright, let's hold on to the wall.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Right. There's the ECU. There's 3 little bottles in it. But what we're interested in is just kind of peeling apart the hull. We do not need the cargo doors, but we do need the rail guides in here, so I'm gonna cut them off anyway, just to make some room. Then I'm gonna spend some time taking the top of the hull off. Basically just slicing the hinges open right now. My first shift on these particular types of vessels is almost always preparation. I rarely salvage a lot. I may take the armor plates off the outside just to uncomplicate things, because the armor plates here go to the furnace rather than the processor. So when I peel the hull apart, I don't want to then try to chase down a moving piece and cut the armor plate off and send it elsewhere. Let's go ahead and do that.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Looks like there are 2 plates on each side. Nice. If you line it up right, you can cut all of the supports in one go. And then you can just tether them right to the furnace. I don't know if I got that second one. There we go. Yeah.
Material deposit.
I think those count as metal. Yeah, like that got me like half of my metal that I needed. Alright, let's start removing the top of the ship. These I'll attach the rail guide on. I think that is now detached. Yeah, it is. What did I miss on the side? Some of these are detached, some are not. That's one of the coolant things we need. Looks like it was attached to the wall. These are heat sinks. We need 3 of those? 3. So let's go ahead and pull some of these bits away from the body of the craft. That way we can easily get the rail guides out. I'm gonna make sure I don't accidentally throw this in the furnace though. Stop it, railguide. Quit drifting. It was like being pulled along with these. It was just brushing against them. Alright, that goes in the processor as well. Off you go. You're one of the objectives.
Credits deposited.
Looks like we'll need both. There's one on each side, and this one's only 800 kilograms. So we'll certainly need both. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Bit of cutting. Where's the hoist? There's one industrial, there it is, right there. Okay. I'm going to make sure I don't kick that rail guide into the processor with that hoist still attached. What did I miss? don't see any cut points attached to these except that one right there. That might be it. Okay, that got this one free. And this one. Good. No furnace for you. There we go. Alright, let's cut this sensor array off. It's not actually an objective, but it's worth a good bit. It's pretty quick to detach too. Alright, now I'll get the rail guide out. Just kind of wiggle it out of here.
Salvage secured.
Did it clear that side? Yep. To pull it out, then I'm going to remove the hoist. Stop moving. Good enough. Done. And then this will complete the rail guide requirement as long as it doesn't go in the furnace. Done. Alright. We're almost done with the metal order as well. We can go ahead and take this computer off since we've already done the purge. That's one of our 7 computer terminals. There's an atmosphere regulator. Oh no, that's a door control. Atmosphere regulator's on this side.
Cutter, there's 5 minutes remaining in this shift. Get in while the getting's good. We wrap.
We don't actually have a work order for salvaging these cargo containers, but they are worth a fair bit. Let me see if I can cut this without hitting the coolant line. Cutting the coolant line at this point would be really bad because I haven't made any preparations for removing the reactor. And it would immediately go into overload. Alright, now before we make the same mistake we did last time and sever the ship in 2, let's find the fuses. Fuse minigame, very simple. If there's a red light, don't hit the switch. When all the red lights go away, hit the switch. Got a fuse. Where's the rest of them? I think they're in this direction. I can hear them. I don't see them though. Ah, they're up here. Let me try to put my shadow over the light so I can see it. It kind of washes them out a little bit. Done. They do get a little faster every time you remove one. Oh, excuse me. A little tired. Alright. Now we can safely remove the power generator. We will do so once we remove this armored cut point, which we have to do by hitting it with something that we don't care about. Like these door controls. Bam. Now they're all electrified, and they're junk. So, scrap goes in the furnace. Yeah, my guy was breathing a little hard because he was worried about being shocked. I don't blame him. Take the front of the ship apart. so we can get the power generator out. Now sometimes, not every time, this side with the cockpit sticks. And that's usually because one of the computer consoles is like welding the things together. Was that a... Oh, I thought that was a utility key. Dang. I was excited. I'm going to go into the cockpit and make sure those computers are all disconnected. Looks like I never opened the cockpit up. Is it not pressurized? Unfortunately, since we've killed the power, we can't open the door, so the door gets cut.
Warning, oxygen reserves are low.
I know, 66 seconds of oxygen left. Alright, I think we're okay. I'm gonna remove these two just to be sure.
Alright, Cutter. Wrap it up. You got about a minute left.
I think we're disconnected now. About 40 seconds is plenty of time.
Warning,
Actually,
oxygen reserves are critical.
even if I did nothing, I'd be fine because you survive for a few seconds after your oxygen runs out, and the shift is only 30 seconds left. But I don't like the sound of him dying, so I bought some oxygen. We use the time wisely, pulling these pieces forward away from the hull, the inner hull. So they have a little clearance when we start our next shift. And I do believe that is moving. So it looks like it is unstuck now. Good shift. 1.9 million, not too bad. We destroyed a door, yeah. And a door console, yeah. These things happen. We could upgrade the durability drain. I think I will do that actually, for the grappler. These are all upgrades that I've gotten throughout the campaign. You spend these loyalty tokens, which you get for finishing the work orders, and you upgrade your tools. Alright, let's go ahead and get that power generator out. That'll be the first objective. I think those are far enough away now. So this can safely come out, and you'll see this time it doesn't take any damage. It's still got its full 10 little pips of hit points. And down it goes. Alright, these... I'll start moving them that way. But I need to pull the coolant barrels out. Don't have a work order for them, but I'll salvage them anyway.
Secured. Account credit applied.
You get that way. Give me this. Mostly I want the coolant barrels somewhere where they can't cause any issues. If they burst, they cause things to become brittle, and then you can break things accidentally. Go ahead and get our computer terminals. Oh, that's a wall terminal. We don't care about wall terminals. Computer terminal, though. I make it a point to not salvage wall terminals just because I'm annoyed that they don't count for computer terminals. So now they all get yeeted right into the void. Wall terminal, screw you. Go ahead into orbit. That is a computer terminal. You get to go home with us. You, computer terminal.
Salvage
correct.
Accepted. Credits transferred.
You're the correct type of terminal. Alright, all that is storage bins now. So there's nothing else in the cockpit I'm interested in except for this atmosphere regulator. We only need 3 more of those.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I think we're good otherwise. Yeah, this is just a bunch of junk now. Now, is there an atmosphere regulator in the crew quarters? Yes. Makes sense that there would be one.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Go ahead and get this thing moving over here. Is that the wall terminal? It came back. Alright, you get to go in the furnace, my friend. Enjoy your time.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
So there is the coolant line. Is this already? Yeah, this is already severed from the ship. That part can go. I think the same on the other side. Yeah.
Processing valuable objects.
And I
Credits
can
awarded.
get the second of 3 heat sinks. Wait, why didn't the other one get counted? Still says 0 of 3. It's probably down there, but not quite in there.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Where'd you go, heat sink? Uh-oh. Hey, look, a computer terminal. Just floating away. Come here. Where do you think you're going?
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Where did you go, heatsink? We did throw one down here, right? Or am I misremembering? Oh, I just never did, I guess. Right over here. So that'll be 2. Where's the third one then? That's the reactor.
Salvage
Ah,
secured.
I think I
Account
see it.
credit applied.
Yep, right there. Okay. Little worried, but we're okay. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the connection for these cargo containers. Carefully. This is another place where it's really easy to accidentally sever the coolant line. Just gotta be very careful with your cut. You can start folding these bits off now. Why didn't you go?
Salvage secured.
You're not
Credits
connected.
deposited.
Oh, because I messed up the tether. That's why. It tethered it to itself.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Off you go. I occasionally check to make sure nothing else is attached to these wall segments when I send them over. Just in case. You never know.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Multi-ton pieces of hull bouncing around. Pretty dangerous. That's why I stay way up here while I'm doing it. If you get close, your character actually holds his hands out like, oh no. Anytime something goes by at high speed,
Valuable object processed.
your suit gives you a little warning as well. Pretty funny. No. Down there. These containers all come bolted to each other, so I'm removing the connection between them, so it's easier to move them around. If you tether them down without doing that, they'll still disconnect, but then their path can be kind of unpredictable.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
So getting some money for this. It's not strictly necessary.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Caution. Tether supplies are low.
No! Okay, I thought I cut the coolant line. It certainly looked like it did, but apparently it did not. I'm just going to be extra careful with this one.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
Pull this down well away from the coolant line first, and then send it off to be processed. And this is the main dorsal keel of the ship right here. I'm gonna have to disconnect that from the rear first.
Alright, Cutter, you got 5 minutes left of this shift before they turn the lights out on you. Hit her back. Keep her out.
I'm gonna go ahead and get my oxygen now. I'm gonna have to do a refill before the end of the shift because I only have 187 seconds left of oxygen, and that's less than 4.5 minutes. So I'll do it now rather than rushing later on, because I needed more tethers anyway, so it's best to just go back. I used a lot of tethers this shift, getting things moved over to the processor. This tiny little piece of keel. Off you go. Alright, so
Valuable object processed.
one thing that some people overlook, see that I need one more computer terminal, and I haven't seen any more computer terminals in the ship. Well, that's because the panel that the power generator sits on, in the lower left corner, this little dude is a computer terminal. Often overlooked. There we go. But if I just kick this guy down there, it should complete that. Didn't. Why didn't that count? Shenanigans. Okay. Computer terminal is still here. I'll just go rub it through the barge a little bit and see what happens. That worked. Oh, it actually removed it, so I could throw this in the furnace now. Goodbye, little piece of aluminum. I made a little mess over here. Let's clean it up.
Material processed. Credits deposited.
Right. Now we still need a couple of things. Last heat sink is over there. We need 2 more atmosphere regulars. There's one. And there's the other. So they're both here in the forward section. Let's go ahead and get those
Account credit applied.
so we don't forget. I would hate to just throw this whole thing in the furnace and then go, oh, we needed that. Whoops.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Where was the other one? Ah, from the inside wall here? Yeah. One thing I don't quite understand, I have severed power from the ship, I've removed the generator, but somehow the ECU is still running? Does it must have some kind of backup power? This is also a computer terminal, so if you miss the one next to the generator, there's one on the ECU as well. But you would think if you remove the ship power, then the coolant pump would stop working. I don't know, maybe it's got backup batteries, who knows.
Credits transferred.
Okay, let's grab the other heatsink, which is right in there. I'm gonna have to take off this section of hull, which is already detached. Then we're gonna have to remove the back of the ship. Let's get to that.
Time to start wrapping things up.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the rudders off. Yes, the ship has rudders. Don't ask me why. It's not a damn sailing ship. It's not going through water. I assume it's some kind of vectored thrust thing. Doesn't make any sense. But it has rudders. And they are quite heavy. They're 1.6 tons each. I'm just cutting down the mass of the back of the ship because it's a pain in the ass to move around.
Credits deposited.
So I'm removing as much as I can. Oh, and the rudder's counted as metal, so that's nice. Oh, that was cool. 4.7 million. Nice. And most of that was the hull, the nanocarbon. We did destroy some glass, a wall terminal. Yeah, we yeeted those into orbit. And we destroyed 6 objects. I don't know what those are, but we destroyed 6 objects of undetermined type and value. That's okay. I'm okay with that. We're gonna go ahead and fix up the grapple. Is there anything else we can get? We could get the reduced durability drain on the thrusters. Perfect. So now all I need is this one, and then this guy, purchase demo charges, so we're no longer charged for these. Right now, I believe you're not charged for them anyway, because there's a bug. Normally you're charged rent for your equipment every shift until you purchase them. Alright, let's finish this up. We might be able to finish this shift. We still need a little bit of nanocarbon. Still need a bunch of fuel. That's all in the back of the ship. We need that last heat sink. One more piece of furniture. I don't know. That's probably going to be the bed frames and the crew area right there. And then ECU and the reactor will probably be last. I'm going to cut this heat spreader off. They're actually worth more than the aluminum. They're behind each of the heat sinks. And the only way to remove them that I know of is to just cut the panel around them. But since I'm here, I may as well just process it. Actually, that will let me get into the bed frame much easier, which I bet counts as furniture. Yep.
Deposit not accepted.
Yeah, it doesn't accept the aluminum when you throw that in there. Also of note, the mattresses for the beds they do not want. Those are flagged for the furnace. They do not want smelly space mattress. They do want the
Raw
expensive
material
bed frame.
processed. Credits deposited.
Let's burn up this mattress. You actually get paid for burning the mattress, so, you know. Trash disposal fee, I suppose. Anything else in here of interest? This is
Salvage
the
secured.
broken door
Credits
that we
deposited.
had to cut through because we had severed power from the ship. That is a personal terminal, which I do not care about. Yeah, nothing else interesting in there. Alright, back to what we were doing. Cutting off the ass of the ship. Normally you have to be kind of careful back here, but this pipe is actually purged of fuel now, so it's not explosive. I mean, I would still be careful, because there's a whole bunch of fuel barrels back here. Lots of them. As well as the thrusters. But I think we're okay. That seems to have released most of this. So, what am I missing here? Ah, I see. Alright, I'll have to do these airlocks as well just to get the rest of the hull loose. Once I've finished with this, I will switch over to Subnautica. I think I got everything. I only plan to do about an hour of this, but this has actually been enjoyable. And I don't mind doing a little extra.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Just something really satisfying about picking these apart. Nothing down here. Alright, just the top then.
Valuable object processed.
Okay.
Credits deposited.
Now, I believe all of the rear sections are disconnected now. Just gonna pull them against the back of the bay here. Give myself room to work inside. Take these smaller pieces and process them.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
I always try to get out of the way after I tether something, just in case it can come whacking you at high speed. The panel down here, I need to get rid of a couple of them. So many pieces of hull. Using up all my tethers. It's okay, it's worth quite a bit. Oh, that's actually the back of the ship. Don't want to move that up yet. So here's our goal.
Object processed. Credits deposited.
Wanted to get that out. Perfect. Go ahead and salvage the thrusters.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
We got our nanocarbon objective. Now we just need fuel, the ECU, and the reactor. Easy peasy. Get in there. Alright, fuel's easy. Obviously it's all just sitting right here. These are each 96 kilograms. We'll need about 7 of them.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage
What is that?
secured.
It's just
Account
debris?
credit
Yeah, it's
applied.
just a little debris piece. They added these little floating bits that just kind of float around the place after you decompress the ship. Just stuff that was inside. You can't interact with them at all.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
It's getting a little hairy. The barge is quite full.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Salvage deposit
Almost there.
accepted. Credits transferred.
Grab the barrel. There we go.
Salvage secured.
One more?
Credits deposited.
One more will do it, but I'll go ahead and salvage both. I had
Salvage
a
deposit accepted.
very small margin for error. If I had destroyed 2 barrels accidentally, then I would have failed that. Alright, is that all the fuel?
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Yep. Let's get the keel done. Just gotta tether it in. For some reason that tether didn't like that, but there we go. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and cut away the walkway. Actually no, I'm gonna wait on that. Instead, I'll go ahead and cut this wall panel out.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
This will give me access to the ECU in there. Right there. So I can grab the coolant from it in a moment, and then immediately go salvage the reactor. Just clearing the way. You got to be really, really careful. See this panel back here? It says panel aluminum, but this one goes to the processor. And that's because it is actually a coolant panel. See how it's different? It's got these little blue dots all through it. It's completely suffused with coolant. And if you damage it in any way, it will explode. And that will sever the connection to the reactor. So, just be careful. Alright, that's opened that up nicely. We'll go ahead and pick these parts. For some reason these parts never go with the rest of the panel. I don't know why. Now, I'm going to see if I can get this reactor free of its little cage here. Just so I can easily get the shielding off of it. Let's see. See if I can burn these away. Ideally, I'd like to tether it straight down into the
Salvage
I don't know.
destroyed. Don't do that.
Barge. I was trying to think of the name
Your
barge.
oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable
Yeah,
levels.
I know. I know the oxygen is low. Let me line up a cut first. Get this pipe out of the way. Oh, the whole thing disconnected. Alright. Well, that works. Off you go. It's great pipe adventures. Come on. Come on, pipe. We don't have all day. No, no. Not orbit. Processor. There we go.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
You got 30 seconds. Calm down.
Welcome to Vintage 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Alright. Preparation for reactor salvage. Remove the shield. That's it. We're done. Let's go take the coolant out. Reactor is now overloading. We'll stay, we stay well
Urgent
back,
action required.
and we watch it just serenely drift down there. Because we did the shutdown procedure correctly, it wasn't very angry, and it didn't spark and fly everywhere. Oh, it sparked a little bit. It's fine. That's still attached, as is that.
Time is
Alright,
winding
good
down,
stuff.
Cutter.
What else do we have?
Deep and let's finish
Just the
strong.
ECU? Easy peasy.
Material
Yeah, once the
deposited.
coolant's off, it doesn't really matter if you damage that back panel, so I just cut away. We're done. We're done with the ship.
Work order complete.
We'll do one more shift to clean it up. And then we'll switch over to some Subnautica, where I think we're ready to build the actual submarine, if I recall correctly. Just a cleanup shift, throw all this in the processor or the furnace as it is supposed to go. Equipment's fine. Hold on, I need to step away for just a moment. Alright, sorry about that. I had to step away and help my wife with something. Let's get this finished up. This big old piece needs to go in the processor, but it's kind of blocked. Cut that off and pull this towards there. Get it around the edge of the inner hull here. I mean, that's not going to move anyway. It's way too heavy right now, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this walkway. Because this whole thing goes in the processor anyway. The only two things keeping the ship, like the front of the ship, connected to the back are the processor, or sorry, the fuel line, coolant line, I can talk, and that walkway. There we go. We have one complete walkway, and that is going in the furnace. Well, whatever. We've already done our work order, so we don't care. Come on, get in there. And that is a big chunk of titanium, so that should be worth quite a bit. Yeah, she says penalty has been applied, but there's no penalty. There's a lot of fire, but there's no penalty. The rest of that's just junk. I don't really care. It just irks me to leave a whole bunch of mess. Even though it's a video game. I'm gonna do a quick scan to see if I missed anything that's worth going after. Whoa! If you feed a lot of stuff into the furnace, it does lag a little bit. It's a known issue that they're working on, I think. Just optimizations and things like that. It does make it a little difficult to function. Maybe if I look away in scan mode? Seems better.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Looks like there's some aluminum bits over here. Alright. I think we're good to... Oh, hey. The thrust cap. It got wedged against the wall. Alright, I think we're okay now. Don't care about a piece of scrap. So, I'm gonna go ahead and pop in so it saves the game, and I'll drop off of this. I will load up Subnautica in the background. I'm gonna go refill my water. Yeah, that shift really wasn't worth it. 274, but it's fine. Alright, be right back. Taking a quick break to refill the water while Subnautica is going to load. Alright, we're back. Just loading into the game. We left off last time, we got the, I believe we got the last fragment for the sea truck. And I need to gather materials for that. I don't remember if we actually made the high capacity O2 tank or not. We'll find out in a minute. Okay. So we have the standard O2 tank and a bunch of gear. Bunch of resources that we picked up while we were out. Got these at the alien location. A rotten creepvine sample that we're gonna toss out on the ocean floor. Get out of here. So let's see what we need to build the truck. Having a submarine is going to be very nice. First, we need to build the mobile vehicle bay, right? See, I had them both penned already. Computer chip. I think we may have everything we need for that. No, we're missing probably copper, or we need some more table coral. Let's see. I think we need more table coral. I got plenty of copper. We have some stuff in the little sea chests out here. I'll just leave some more of this material here. May have to make another one. Okay, we have one coral out here. I'm gonna go ahead and make another locker. This is a temporary measure until we get our base set up. Just leave all this stuff right out here. There's a battery. I need to make another battery. My Sea Glide is out of juice. We'll leave the dead battery there. I think I can make a battery right now to replace my Sea Glide. Yeah. Oh, that was a power cell. Well, I'll need that too. Misclick. Do I have enough to make the battery? Yes. Good. And the Sea Glide's back up and running. Let's go get our table coral. We found out last time the table coral has compounds we need in it to make the computer chips. And we found them in the Twisty Bridges area. So I'm heading back over there. It's a little bit further out this way. I think I'm going the right way. Yeah, we're doing it. Pretty easy to spot once you get down here. It's a little red glowy thing. Oh hey Mr. Shark, how's it going? You gonna be nice? Or are you gonna be mean? Oh, he's not gonna be nice. Get out of here. See if we can find the table coral before the shark gets his courage back up. There's some. I'm gonna grab 2 or 3. You need 2 per CPU, so...
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
And the last game was bothering me about oxygen, now this one is... It's like people want to breathe. We got 3. I think that'll be enough for now. Look, a sea ray. Scan you. Have I already scanned you? Apparently. They're harmless. They just hang out. Ooh, that's not harmless though.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
It's okay, we're faster than the Sharky Man. As long as the Sea Glide has a battery in it. I think we will be able to make the truck tonight. I'm probably gonna stream for another hour and a half ish. And in that time we should be able to get the sub built and probably upgrade our oxygen tank. I'll also go up and check on our penguin buddies. They just kind of hang out on the ice above us.
Oxygen.
Oh, it's hailing. Look at that. There's a storm above the water. No, we don't want to go out in that. See if we can make our deployable now. We can. Excellent. Then we're going to have to gather the materials for the submarine, but that's not too bad. While I'm at it, can I make the... Cannot make this yet. See, do I have the glass? I didn't mean to make another titanium ingot. I don't know why I clicked that. Well, I've got an extra. Wanted to make another glass. I don't know exactly what I'm missing for this thing. Maybe the silver. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. Alright, let's go deploy the vehicle bay. Little autonomous construction platform. Let's see what we need to build the sea truck. Oops. No. Advanced wiring kit, so we need another CPU. And we're probably not able to build it because we don't have the silver to build the wiring kit. Alright, that's 2 things we need silver for. Let me get a drink, and we're okay on food, but I need to hunt down some more bladderfish to stock up on water. Leave that stuff in there. Actually, did I? These can give me water, but that's okay. First, we'll go hunting for bladderfish. Get like 3 of those so I have some water stored up. There's one. Where'd he go? Get back here. They're a lot easier to catch at night. They go dormant and they don't really run away from you much. Got that one by surprise. And one more. I'll grab this guy too because he's here. And I'll cook him up. Come here. That should do me for now. Oop, peeper. Peeper! Chomp. Alright. That should be plenty of water and food for now. Survival aspect done. Just process these. And cook these guys up. This is a wonderful machine. I wish I had one. There we go. Now let's go get some silver. Silver's not too hard to find. Actually, we can use our handy dandy new scanner. There. I switched it to the right thing. Now I just gotta get to the right biome. It does show up in the twisty bridges, but I've found it much easier to find over near the Delta Station dock. Oh, that's right. I said I would check on the penguins. Pingus, where are you? It's a little dark, so we may not be able to see them. There they are. Hello, Pingus. They're generally pretty friendly, unless you start stealing their babies. Which you can do. You could steal one of their babies and throw it in an aquarium. They get a little upset about that, but otherwise they're happy, friendly penguins. Alright, we're gonna go... I'm going to the Delta Station dock, but I'm staying to the right a little bit. The deeper waters over there have some nasty, nasty things. There is a leviathan, there's some squid sharks, other nasty things. There's a brute shark over there, but we can outrun them. I usually keep the light off too. They seem to notice you less with the light off. I don't know if that's actually a thing. Yes. Fishes. Wait, what is that? What is that emote you used? I thought it was a fish when I glanced over, but it's not. I still don't know what that is, but alright. I'll take your word for it. There's one silver. I need at least 3. Probably gonna stick around here until I get 4 or 5.
Oxygen.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of whatever that guy is. I have no idea what a pock chandelure is. Oh, it's a Pokemon? Okay. That would explain why I don't know what it is. I'm not big into the Pokemons. That's all good. A little bit of copper.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Fragment of a sea truck. Let's get some more air. We're just free diving around looking for silver on the bottom of the ocean. As one does. This will let us upgrade both our oxygen tank and build a submarine. Scanning these doesn't give me anything really because I already have the blueprints, but I get metal out of it if I already have them, so it's just free titanium really. Anything nearby? Hey Digirain, how's the audio coming through? Because I was having some issues earlier. Seems like it's working better now, but just making sure.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
This computer's been giving me so many issues. I really want to do a full wipe and reinstall, but I don't want to do that before I get my other machine here. I like to always have at least one working machine. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to avoid that, honestly. So the pixelation thing, as far as I can tell, it is Twitch prioritizes partners and affiliates when allocating bandwidth. So poor people like me who are neither just get what's left. Get out of here.
Warning.
2 sharks.
Seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright, I need oxygen. Can't fight you guys. Because my bitrate, I can see it on my end, is solid, but for whatever reason, when it's being retransmitted out from Twitch, it is not.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh, I didn't actually get a full lung full of oxygen. Where's this? This is one right here. Oh, I'll have to go back up. Let me actually get a full breath this time.
Oxygen.
Alright. I detected something around this area. These sharks are making it very difficult to find things. I see it. I'm gonna grab this table coral while I'm here too. Silver. I think that's enough. I have 3. I'd like to get 5 though. At least. Let's settle for 4. If I can get another one out of this. That's Galena. No. Ah, there we go. There we go. Alright. Good enough for me.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
That should enable me to build the truck and the oxygen tank. Look, the surface. It's awful up here. Kind of stay away from the surface. It's really cold. It's actually warm in the water. Oh, it's hailing again. Yeah, it's pretty terrible Arctic environment. But the water is a balmy 7 degrees Celsius. Look, a sea monkey. I've already scanned him. Hey, sea monkey, how's it going? Oh, he gave me some lead.
Sea
Nice.
monkeys have changed their tune.
They used to steal my tools all the time. I wish I could feed them or something. You can't really interact with them much. This is a really good looking game. Okay, I'm actually gonna go up and build the truck now. Where did I put the mobile vehicle bay? There it is. Sea truck. Nope, no power, what? Doesn't need power. Alright, so I will caveat, this is this game is in early access still. It is moving towards 1.0, but it's not quite there. I'm not sure why it says
the location of some important technology. I implore you to investigate.
Will this
Okay,
help us
Alan.
build you a body?
I do not know what we will find. I just know it is important.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Thanks, Alan, for talking over me. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, they are moving towards 1.0, but there are bound to still be some bugs. Not sure why it thinks there's no power on the vehicle bay, but I'm just gonna pick it up and then redeploy it. This thing doesn't need power to function, so a little strange. No, I didn't mean to climb on it. Pack it up. There we go. We'll put it a little closer to the base. Release it, and try again. Still says no power. A little weird. So let's go ahead and just manually gather all of the things I need. I need 3 of these lead. Sea Monkey actually gave me the last lead I needed, that was nice. I need 2 pieces of glass, I have those right there. And I need an advanced wiring kit, which I can make. Now maybe if I have them all in hand, it'll work. I have a mod that should make this crafting, like it'll craft the intermediate components when you try to craft something, but it may be malfunctioning. Maybe the game. Okay, it was the mod. Here comes the sea truck. Isn't it cute? Now we have submarine. It can only go down to 150 meters, but we'll upgrade that at some point. I also want to upgrade my oxygen tank, which I can't do probably because of the glass. Let's see. Nope, I had the glass. Ah, it's because I need to take my old one off. Yeah. You can't use the one you're wearing as a crafting item. Makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna clear my pinned items because I built them all. See, we had a couple of logs here. We found some information about these characters. Personal log. We landed, minerals, monkeys. Alright. Doesn't look like anything in there is super important right now. I also added this. It's a map mod. It throws in a little simple map. You have to, you have to uncover everything. That's the artifact the AI was just talking about right there. We've already been to the supply cache, and this is where the crazy woman ran off. I know for a fact that I can't go deep enough to actually go there after her right now. I may want to go for this instead. So this will upgrade my sea truck to go down to 300 meters, I think. But in order to do that, I need enameled glass and plasteel. Plasteel is not too hard. Enameled glass requires diamond, which we will only find deep in the, well, it's in other locations too, but the easiest location I think is in the Twisty Ridges. So let's go grab at least 2 things of diamond. We can use our sub to get over there, but it can't quite go deep enough yet. It does give us a handy place to go back for oxygen though. And it's a lot faster than me. Also, I don't think sharks can really hurt it. They definitely can't catch it. Well, the small sharks anyway. I'm gonna try not to run into any fish. Never mind. I ran into a fish. I just feel bad because they squish against the side of the sub. Alright, there's one of the SOS things that we cleared last session.
Warning, maximum depth reached.
We are now
Without
at max
damage
depth.
imminent.
So if I went any deeper, we'd be beyond crush depth for the sub as it is right now. So we'll do that part manually. What are you? Oh, it's a sea truck fragment. Oh, free metal. The good news is this entire area has oxygen plants sort of littered around. Now I think down here is where I need to go. That's quartz. But the diamond, I think, is down here. Now there is also some nasty things down here. So I gotta be kind of careful. Actually, I will pick up this table coral. Never know when I'll need another CPU. I usually hug the walls when I'm down here without my sea truck. I don't know if that helps, but it seems to make it a little safer. There's some gel sacks. I need those. I don't need them yet, but I will need them.
New blueprint synthesized.
I haven't spotted the Leviathan yet. There is one around. Oop, diamond. There's one. There's another piece right there. This is so intense. Like the thing can just show up. It's so fast. Also, you can easily lose your way. Ooh, that's a squid shark. That's not a Leviathan, but it could also eat me. It's a bit too large to come into these little sheltered areas, though. I have 2 pieces, which is enough for the depth upgrade. Oh, look at him. He's huge. I think I'm just gonna get out of here and make the upgrade. I'll come back for more later. I'm pretty sure he knew I was there. He won't follow us up, though. I mean, I hope. Where's my truck? Alright, I'll go make this upgrade. I think I have everything else I need. Maybe. I may need some more lithium. May need some more lead. I don't know. We'll go back and see. Back safe in the sea truck. So the reason it's called a sea truck is because later on you're able to add modules onto the back of it. Yeah, I'm just ignoring the shark behind us. That was that loud chomping noise. But he can't catch us, so I don't care. You're able to add modules onto the back of the truck. And in that way you can alter, you know, the capabilities of the truck. It obviously makes it a little slower, but you can add on storage, you can add on a fabricator, you can add on a sleeping compartment, things like that. Makes it a little bigger, so you can't get through smaller spaces easily. Alright, let's see what we're missing, if anything. So, last steel ingot. We can't make because lithium, yep, I thought so. We can make the titanium ingot. Can we make the enameled glass? Got 1. And 2. There's all our diamonds. So really all we need is the plasteel now. Lithium's not too hard to find. So I will go and get that. I'm gonna unpin that. Lithium can be a little bit dangerous to grab, but it's not too hard to find. It's so dark at night. Like, if I turn the lights off, everything's bioluminescent. It's really nice. Really quite pretty. The coral bridges, glowing fishes. Alright, we're in the fissures area now. Very volcanically active. So what I can do here, pop right out and switch our scanner over to lithium. It's usually in the vents. Look at this little guy. Little peeper. Trying to scan you, buddy. Let's find one of the vents. They're a little bit dangerous to go down into, but they also have minerals. I think we were parked over top of one. There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff. Some lead. Is that copper? Gold? The vein of gold. Nice. I don't see a single bit of lithium in here, but gold was nice. Gotta go back to get some oxygen. And I should take a drink of water. Gonna need to get some more water soon. Got some on the scanner. There it is. I only need like 2 of these, maybe 3. I need 2 for the plasto ingots. I might want to get some extra. Ooh, yeah. Game just lagged out a little bit. That does happen. Early access. There's another one. Oh. Found a third. Inside this vent here. I don't see it. I think it's down in there.
Crevices detected below. Geothermal activity detected. Caution advised.
It's a little warm. No, it's not down in here because the scanner blip went away. Oh, there it is. Alright, I think that is enough for the moment. Head back to the truck. Now we can make the depth upgrade. I think that brings our depth up to 350 meters, something like that. Although we need the Mark II depth upgrade before we can actually get to, before we can follow that woman that attacked us. I kinda know where she is. Like, it gives me a bearing. Because the suit's AI was able to track her last known position after she left. If you follow that, you kinda get a good idea of where she is. Sorry, fish. To be fair, you swam right into me. There we go. Upgrade constructed. Yeah, 300 meters. Nice. So I'm gonna drop off some of this stuff. I don't have the builder tool yet. I can go ahead and build the repair tool just in case my sub gets damaged. Did it not? Okay. Yeah, I think it just used my materials without actually building that. Alright. Well, that was the mod's fault. And I'm not going to blame the game for that. It works like 90% of the time. Some items don't seem to work right. Don't know why. And my battery just ran out on the Sea Glide. It's okay, I just need some of the creepvine seed clusters. This one doesn't have any. I got them all last time. Is there another cluster around? Have to find some different creepvine, I guess. May have to go make another battery as well when I get back. Fortunately, none of those materials were rare or valuable. There's some creepvine. Give me those. 3 will be enough. And on the way back, I'll look for some more of the plants that I need to make batteries. Ooh, then I can eat some mushrooms.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
You can just eat these straight up. It gives you a little bit of food and hydration. There, food's taken care of.
Oxygen.
I haven't seen any ribbon plants yet. Although they usually hang out in like sheltered little areas, caves and such. There's some. Well, there's one. There's another one. Alright. That should allow me to make another battery. At some point I'll get a recharger for the batteries. Right now we just don't have that technology. It's really advanced technology. No one knows how to do it. Right, so the mod worked on that piece of equipment. Maybe it's the rubber it wasn't able to make. I'll make the rubber directly, and now make the repair tool. It's a little annoying that it used up my crystal and sulfur, but these things happen. Put our dead battery in there. And now we have the repair tool. We can repair our sub with. I don't think it's currently damaged. Nope. Alright, so I need to... what is the next step? I guess I could try to get to that artifact. I don't think it's too deep. Let me clear my pinned recipes and then head over there. If I recall, this one's not too hard to find. Oh yeah, hey, look at these guys. These big derpy fish. I love these guys. The Titan Wholefish. You can get a little bit of oxygen from them, and you can swim right through them. They're great. Grab a couple of these. These are tasty eating. Bye, fish. It's completely passive. It does nothing. Like if you hit it, it'll kind of wiggle away from you, and then it'll forget. Down that way. Oh, look at that. There's some sort of underwater site here, which I don't think I've seen yet. That data box had something I already have, so all I got was metal. The data boxes usually unlock a blueprint of some kind, but if you already have it, it's just like scanning one you already have. I don't want this flare. This is leading me to the Pathfinder tool. I don't really like this thing. I don't use it very often, but it places... You can use it to mark your way back when you're going into like tunnels and stuff. It places little holographic indicators. It's useful, I suppose, but I don't use it very often. A little bit of salt. You can use salt to cure fish. They last longer. Speaking of fish, I really need some more bladderfish to get water. Forgot I was gonna go get some. Anyway, let's completely forget about the water and go down into this crevice. What could possibly go wrong? This is the sea monkey nest, and it's got some fragments of some kind of technology in it. I think this is just a little one-off nest, though. No, it goes into deeper caverns. I think the Pathfinder thing is made for areas like this. You don't get lost. I've never really found them too bad to navigate, though. Oh, this is nice. These little pustule things, they have chemicals in them I'll need later. Not really useful at the moment. Anything on this one? Laser cutter fragment. Oh, hey guy. Thank you. You gave me some gold. I'm gonna scan your nest now if you don't mind. I will need that laser cutter, so that's good to find. Still need to scan 2 more fragments before I can actually use it, but still a good find. Oh look, an artifact.
It's more than just an artifact. It will help me follow the traces my people left on this planet.
I'm glad I could help.
I know you would still prefer me to have a corporeal form of my own.
Well, yes.
If you continue searching, I may regain some of my connection to the network, piece by piece.
These nodules can sometimes have gold on them, or in them. Just looking around for any other sea monkey nests before I head back, because they have technology fragments. Don't really see any right now. There's a vehicle bay fragment we already have. All of these underwater caverns are sort of the domain of the sea monkeys. They have a lot of nests down here. Is that one already scanned? No. Propulsion fragment. Propulsion cannon fragment.
New blueprint synthesized.
Nice. The cannon's useful. It's more funny than anything. You can send fish flying. But it can deter predators when you hit them in the face with a fish. Another mobile vehicle bay. Just making sure to scan things when the little icon shows up. If you look at something that you haven't scanned before, it'll pop up a little thing telling you to scan it. I guess it's time to head back. That artifact didn't really help us much. Quartz and stuff is nice though. Just going to retrieve my sub. I came out a different tunnel.
How do your people communicate if you are not networked?
What do you mean? We just talk to each other.
Do you not find that primitive? My people are able to gain understanding through the network. It takes much of the uncertainty out of communicating.
But that's the beauty of communication. It builds trust. People choose to let you know them.
We exist as data. We are all aware of each other's thoughts and needs. Scientific endeavors are accomplished much more smoothly this way.
There's more to life than research, Alan. I can't lie. Work would go faster if I could read my colleagues' minds, but thoughts are private, and people have their own inner lives. People change and need space to think.
Space helps you think. I find that being separated from my network is very quiet.
What do you mean by quiet?
Imagine 1,000 strings, each playing its own range of notes, none louder than the others. Each one builds harmony, a continuous thrum in the background of existence. I am now a lone string in search of familiar harmonies.
I'll help you find them.
I think I felt a hint of them when we came across that artifact. If we find more, I might be able to get a stronger sense. I have been able to sense the location of an important artifact. I will share its coordinates so you can look into it.
Got it.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the night there. We built the truck, we built the tank. We are well on our way, but still a lot to go. Eventually we'll track her down and figure out where she ran off to. And we'll try to figure out what happened to our sister, which is the whole reason we're here. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Have a good night, everybody, and if you enjoyed watching, catch me next time, and I'll see you then.